My name is Moriah Norman. I was born and raised here in Oklahoma. I married my husband in 2012 and we have 3 beautiful boys. I've been blessed with the privilege of staying home with my kids. With 3 boys, you can imagine the need to take time for myself and relax. So in December of 2021, I went to get a massage at a place that I had been several times before. Everything was normal until it wasn't. One moment I was getting a massage and the next moment I was being raped. I froze. My body was completely paralyzed. I told myself to get up and fight back, but no matter how hard I tried to move my body, nothing moved. I could only lay there as he violated and used my body. So many thoughts went through my head. I was convinced that he was going to kill me and I would never see my husband or children again. I have never missed my family more than in those moments. I just wanted to get back to them. The fear was unlike anything I had ever felt. When the attack was over, he left the room and I threw my clothes on as fast as I could. I was terrified to leave the room that I was in, but I mustered up the courage. He was going to kill me. You're going to die. Your kids are going to grow up without a mother. I quickly paid him. I would have done anything in those moments to get out of that building. I went towards the door and he quickly stood up and told me he would walk me out to my car for safety. My heart sank. I thought, this is it. I remember hoping that it would be quick. I finally arrived to my car and he said goodbye. I jumped in the car, locked the doors, and drove away as fast as I could. I called my mom first, completely hysterical. She told me everything is going to be okay. She told me she loved me and to hang up and call the police. I hung up and I did call the police. They directed me to pull off at a gas station and an officer came and took my statement, then drove me to the hospital for a SANE exam. Enter the YWCA. An advocate came to the hospital. For those hours, she became my best friend, my sister, my lifeline. She kept me informed of everything that was going to happen and gave me resources for ongoing help. The Y also funded my exam. Funding my SANE exam not only alleviated the burden of an unexpected medical bill, but alleviated the triggering effect of receiving a bill in the mail. A great resource that I was able to take advantage of is a sexual assault support group, Renew. Providing a support group for sexual assault survivors was so validating and empowering. Learning how trauma affects your brain was eye-opening and vital to my healing. I didn't know it at the time, but the things I learned in the group and through books suggested by my advocate gave me confidence to testify in a preliminary hearing against my abuser. I was not intimidated by the defense attorney and his attempts to gaslight me and confuse the situation or cause me to feel like I did not respond to being raped as I should have. I knew that my response was valid and completely normal for someone undergoing trauma. My advocate has played many roles on this journey. She has been by my side for every court date. My abuser approached me during a hearing despite a protective order being in place and asked to sit with me. When I froze, my advocate embodied the very meaning of advocacy and told him no. I'm still in awe that she did that for me, and without a second thought, she advocated for me when I could not and I am forever grateful. I would like to say thank you to the staff at the YWCA. The services and care you have extended to me in my darkest days. Thank you is not enough. The work that you do is so important, and it has such an impact on our community. You are fighting the good fight every day to provide access to resources and services in a state that desperately needs change. Thank you for fighting that fight for me and other men and women who have been victimized not only by our abusers, but by the leaders of our state. Your fight is not in vain. To those of you who have donated funds to the YWCA, thank you. Your generosity provided me access to critical resources. Without you, the Y would not be able to provide the life-saving services that it does. We are on an island in this state. Our leaders are content to turn a blind eye to the fact that women are dying. 1 woman every 5 days. We have the highest rates of domestic violence right here in the Bible Belt. We need you. I encourage you to please give as you are able to this organization that changed my life. Together, we will change the narrative in Oklahoma regarding domestic violence and sexual assault, because we can't afford not to. 1 life is too many.